Hey, good morning, everybody. How are you doing today? My name's Stacy Niedenthal. This is Connecting to Spirit with Stacy. Tuesday talks at 10:30. I'll give you a few minutes to come on. Let me just go over here. Let me know when you're here. There we go. I want to be able to see. Okay, oops. Let me mute this. Okay, I just need to mute that. I can't always see the comments, so I am trying new and wonderful ways. So, there we go. Hi, Stephanie. Hey, Joni. How are you doing? How are you guys doing? So, Tuesday talks at 10:30. I think we're good. So, every Tuesday at 10:30, I come on and we talk about, we talk about things that maybe you're not comfortable in talking about. So we talk about meditation, we talk about wholeness, we talk about grief, we talk about death and dying. But it's just a time for us to sit and have a conversation, basically. These are my opinions. These are the things that I have learned through my experience with spirit. All right. So I just want to be able to preface that these are my opinions. These are things that I want to give to you that allows you to go, I never thought about it that way. So good morning. Tuesday talks at 10:30. I always like to set my intentions before I start, so you know who I am and how I work. All mediums are different, work differently. It doesn't mean one is right and one is wrong. We all have our own different modalities. So I like to start with my intention. It's kind of the light switch on to my guides that I'm open and ready to channel. So my name is Stacy. I'm an evidential medium. I'm a child of God and a spiritual healer. And I have the ability to channel spirit using love and light for my higher good and the higher good of those that God puts in my path. I am not the medium that says I see death all around you and you're going to be dead in 10 days. My gift, my prayer, is that God's spirit angels brings through the most loving message to help your spirit heal. Now, like I said, this is not an angel card reading. This is not a live mediumship reading. This is Tuesday Talks at 10:30. So I won't be doing any readings today. I'm just giving you different aha moments that I've had to kind of hopefully give you those aha moments. So before we start, a little bit of housekeeping. I will be, Monday and Tuesday, I will be in Bel Air, Maryland. I'm pretty booked. I think there is one seat left in the intimate group reading. I am back February 26th and 27th, March 18th and 19th, and all those events are on my website that you can purchase your seat, your ticket, however you want to say it. I don't think I have all the events up on Facebook, but if you go to my website, which is tagged here on Facebook, the Connecting to Spirit with Stacy, you can see that. So Hip Gypsy Emporium, I'm doing a gallery reading February 22nd, an intimate group reading on the 21st, and then a gallery on the 18th. Of April, and let's see, then I'm coming to Gettysburg for a gallery reading. A lot of really cool things that are coming up. The difference between a gallery reading and an intimate group reading, if you don't know, an intimate group reading is 10 to 12 people. Everyone receives a reading. A gallery reading could be 30, 40 people, and I read as many people as possible. So good morning. I see a lot of good mornings. Thank you so much. Good morning. So I'm planning a retreat in October over the full moon, it'll be October 16th through the 19th. I just secured the house the other day, so I will be putting up, I don't know if you want to call them teaser ads, informational ads, things up on Facebook, on my website, so that you can book your ticket if you're interested in the retreat. The retreat's going to be a lot of fun things where we're going to be doing some gallery readings. I have a friend of mine who's a spirit artist. I think it's spirit artist is the correct way to say it. Where as she's channeling, she's also drawing the loved one that she's seeing. So that'll be interesting. We're going to do past life regressions and learn about them, about energy, the full moon release, where we're going to have a big bonfire and release things that no longer serve us. And it's just going to be a great time for all of us to be under one roof I don't know, connect, heal, be together. So that will be, Dawn, you want to be on the list? Okay. Well, all right, let me just, because I have like 5 people who've already said to be put on the list for that. It will be in the email address or in the email newsletters as well. But we're going to have a great time, and I'm so excited that we were able to get this place. I don't know if I said, but we'll be in Tennessee. How fun is that? Right across, you're in the vicinity of Dollywood. You will have time on your own, so if there's things around Tennessee that you want to see, you're good to go. All right, so it should be a lot of fun, and I'm so looking forward to it. But like I said, there will be gallery readings of a spirit artist there, the full moon released. We'll be talking about past life regressions and doing a past life regression together, working with energy and things, angel and oracle cards, doing a book talk. So I think it'll be awesome. So more information on that to come. So that is the housekeeping. That is my intention. So I wanted to talk to you about living in peace. Okay? So my daughter sent me this, I don't know, meme. I don't know what the right word is. This picture, we'll say clip art, that a woman is standing in front of a memorial with flowers, then saying, "Rest in peace." And it's showing Spirit, the one who passed, saying, "I hope you live in peace." So I wanted to kind of like ponder that and talk about that. You know, we always say, rest in peace, rest in peace, rest in peace. But are you thinking to yourself, am I living in peace? Have I found peace? I watched a podcast the other day. It was John Holland and Derek Rydell. And the podcast was on emergence and on shadow work and your soul and what your soul process is and what your soul purpose is. And there were a couple things that popped out to me that he said. Hold on a second, I have to find it. I lost my train of thought here. So one of the statements he said was, love doesn't happen to you, it happens through you. God doesn't play let's make a deal. He wants you to fully surrender. So in thinking about that, you know, when I think about life happens through us, and you know, our loved ones on the other side, when they pass, they send us signs. And the signs could be just saying that they're okay. The signs could be that you're on the right track, you know, your angel signs, the synchronicities that are around you. But when I'm thinking about it, am I truly living in peace? So I want you to think about inviting peace into your life. Inviting good things into your life. When we talked about 2023 and 2024 and the numerology, the differences between it, 2024 is the time to like grow and find abundance. So if life is going to happen through me and not to me, how is it going to happen through me if I don't invite it, if I don't acknowledge it, if I don't let it come through that, through me? And I truly think that if we aim to live in peace, peace will find us. When I was on this podcast, I'm trying to think how he said this. It was what we fear, we fuel. What we think about, we bring towards us. So if we're constantly worrying about things, if we're constantly in a state of drama, if we're constantly concerned about different things, that's going to bring on depression and anxiety. I think it was Romney. It was either Romney or anyway, I can't think of the proper name right now. I'm sorry. But I think it was Romney that said, if you are dealing with depression, you're living in the past. If you are worried about the future, then you have anxiety. So it's finding where you're at right now. Am I anxious? Am I depressed? So am I living in the past, or am I worried about the future? You know, I truly don't believe that people were put on this earth, that your soul was put on this earth to constantly be miserable, to constantly have to fix yourself, to constantly worry about things. To me, that's a choice. It's a hard choice. I'm not saying it's an easy way to choose it. But if life is happening through us, you know, all the experiences you've gone through, all the life things that you've learned, bad habits, good habits, so it's happening through us. So instead of trying to fix everything about us, why don't we embrace those flaws? Why wouldn't you embrace the things that are about you, that you feel that is broken? And this is something else that Derek Rydell talked about, you know, instead of fixing what is broken within you, embrace what is broken. This is your soul. Your soul is that part within yourself that says you can do it, but the human mind's going, no, you can't. No, you can't. You can't ever do that. The soul is pulling you towards things to do, things to say, but the ego, the mind says, if you say that, you'll sound stupid. You don't want to do that. What if you make a mistake? The soul is pulling you towards people that you need to surround yourself with, but the mind says you're not good enough. They're smarter than you. They're going to make you feel stupid. So we're in this constant battle of the mind and the soul, of where we're being pulled, of the things that we need to trust within ourselves. So living in peace, when you think about living in peace, and I wanted to define the word peace, and the word the peace is defined as freedom from disturbance. So what I was just talking about, the soul says do this, but the mind says you can't. The soul says do this, but the mind says you're not good enough. The soul says do this. So it's that constant fight with our spiritual self and our human self. So we have to find that peace, that freedom from disturbance, tranquility. And then another definition of it was a way that you greet someone. Peace, right? Victory, peace. So why not, when I read that definition, you know, that it's this friendly greeting, why not greet yourself every morning when you wake up in the morning? Peace. And just concentrate into that. We came into this world a peaceful soul. You had no choice but to trust and rely on the person whose arms you were placed into. You had no real choice of the people who surrounded you, who were teaching you how to walk, how to talk, how to feel. So, since you had no choice within this, some of us had really, really great childhoods. Some of us had really bad childhoods, because not everybody is good, basically. And when you put an infant spirit, soul, mind, human body into the arms of someone who is confused or just not a good person, you know, it's torture or torment on this infant mind, right? On this small mind that is molding. But when we are old enough to make our own decisions, and concentrate on where we want to go and what we want to do, we're learning from our past experiences. But you can choose to be stuck in those past experiences and blame those past experiences for who you are right now. Or you can invite in what's broken, find peace with it, and grow with it. To me, that sounds like a better alternative, you know? So let's say you wake up in the morning, and you put your hands on your chest. And John Holland talks about this a lot too. You put your hand on your chest and you just breathe in a few times and Peace. Peace. Before you grab for the almighty phone that may have all this negative things coming at you, the first thing you want to do is, you're going to greet yourself with peace. And that's going to be the word of the day. Peace. Maybe you have a big interview today. Maybe you're worried about how you're going to communicate with the interview. You want to make sure that you understand the questions that are being asked to you. You want to visualize, sitting in the interview and everything going okay. So maybe your word is understanding, communication, peace. I know when I would go for interviews, I would always pray for, meditate, help me to understand that the questions that they're asking me so that I answer them the proper way, right? Help me to listen to what is being said so that I may answer in the way that is proper, right? So my words would be understanding, listen, communicate. And when you do this with breath and when you breathe in with it, it slows the body down. It gets rid of that anxiousness. Maybe you're not feeling well. Maybe you're feeling under the weather. You woke up with a migraine. You woke up with a stomach ache. You woke up not feeling well. I woke up this morning, my arm hurts. It's stiff and sore. We went to the farm show yesterday, and I was carrying my coat and bags around, so I was in this position for a long time. Well, I got up this morning, and like the inside of my arm. So, my word would be peace and visualizing, not peace, I'm sorry, healing. But I want peace too. Healing, and I'm going to breathe white light into that area. And what we concentrate on, we bring in. So if I keep thinking, oh, my arm hurts, my arm hurts, my arm hurts, that's what's top of mind. That's what I'm feeding. So the more I think about it, the more I talk about it, the more it's going to hurt. Oh, my stomach hurts, my stomach hurts, my stomach hurts. Then you're going to get nauseous because the mind is taking over. Oh, I'm really worried about this interview. I'm going to say something stupid. I just know it. I'm not going to understand what they're asking. I'm not going to get the job. I'm not going to. Guess what? You've talked yourself into it. You're not going to get it. It's gone. So it's changing the monkey mind. It's changing the way that you're thinking and feeling and going back to being that constant student of learning, right? So for years and years and years and years, I'm a constant student. I love books. I have freaking books everywhere. Most of my books are self-help books. They always have been. I want to know how to improve self. I want to find out how my mind is working and why I do the things that I do and say the things that I say. And it's being that constant student that now I'm thinking to myself, why did I feel that I needed to be a constant student? Why do I feel that I need to constantly improve myself? So my reasons for it now are different than what they are before. So when I was, years ago, and I was going through all this, I've always wanted to be a motivational speaker. That was always something that I wanted to do. I wanted to help people and grow with them and help them to look at things in a different light, which is kind of where I'm at right now on Tuesday Talks at 10:30. But I feel like the reason why I was doing all these, Codependent No More was a book that I read. T.D. Jakes' Woman Thou Art Loosed was a book it's an amazing book. So if you're struggling with something, that's a good book. All of Ogmandito's books, I would read these books and learn how to reevaluate and relook at things. So, however, what was my reason? I feel now that my reason is because I never felt like I was good enough. Basically because that was the impression that I was being given by others, that I could do better, that I shouldn't do this, I shouldn't do that. Well, what if you would have done this? And that comes from, even childhood, getting disciplined or corrected for having ideas and thoughts. Thinking that things were always my fault. Oh my gosh, if I would have responded or reacted in a different way, this would not have happened. Right? That's the codependency part of me. Oh my gosh, it's my fault that this happened. What did I do wrong? Feeling like I wasn't good enough or smart enough because words that I say, and it still happens to me and it drives me absolutely nuts. being corrected on certain words that I say. Oh, you really mean this. No, if I meant that, I would have said that. Right? Makes me feel like I'm not smart enough because you're giving me that impression. People talking over you gives you that impression that what you have to say isn't important. They don't let you finish a thought. So you feel unimportant. So I've gotten to the point where I'm like, maybe it's not me. Maybe it's them. This is that emergence that we're talking about. Maybe it's not me. Maybe it's them. You know, maybe them correcting me makes them feel better. You know, oh, I have to be better. I have to show her. I have to dumb her down a little bit or put her in her place. You know, I've always thought that those ideas and things that were put into my head at a young age was for my best and where I needed to go. But I was doing this to be who someone else wanted me to be. Well, if I'm being someone else that someone else wants me to be, then I'm not being who I am, and I'm not going to be comfortable in my own skin. Newsflash, up until about 8 years ago, I wasn't comfortable in my own skin because I was trying to get validations from everybody else of what I needed to do. I was trying to be good enough for everybody else. Now, was that because that was what was demanded of me from the other people that were surrounding my life? Or was that my habit that I learned from drama that was in my life? Drama, trauma, however you want to look at it. I think it was a little bit of both. All right? So I have to welcome in who I am, what I do, and do the best that I can with that so that I am in peace, living in peace. You know what? Not that you don't want to rest in peace. I don't want to say it that way. But why do I save peace for when I am past? We're only on this world for a very short time. Why not try to find peace? Why not try to share peace with other people? Why surround yourself in so much drama and trauma and BS if you can control it? It's up to you what you invite in. What you fight, you fuel. So if I am fighting depression, I'm fueling it. Because it's two magnets that have the same ends pointed towards each other. It does this. So if I don't fight it and I invite it basically, and I think about why am I depressed? What in my past? Deepak Chakra, that was his name. I couldn't think of it. What in my past is giving me this? What am I holding on to? What am I fueling? You know, it's looking into that. And we've talked before that your experiences, your flaws can be your biggest attributes because you will attract those who have gone through similar circumstances that you can help. Now, not everybody wants your advice. Not everybody wants what happened to you jammed down their throat. What they want is a listening ear and understanding. So, understanding, love, peace, having that control allows you to slow down your reason to fight anxiety. Your reason to find peace through it. So it's living in peace. It's welcoming in understanding. It's welcoming in healing. It's living in a constant state of awareness to invite peace, love, understanding, grace into your life instead of being aware of all the drama that's around you and feeling like you need to be a part of it. Instead of, oh, I'm in pain, and then concentrating just on the pain. And I'm not taking away from anyone who is in pain, but it is praying for healing, welcoming in peace, finding solutions to these things. It's allowing yourself to love yourself. There's a verse in the Bible that I used to struggle with. It said, love your enemies as yourself. And I would think to myself, but if they're my enemy, how do I love them? And then I would think to myself, okay, well, I can love them through Christ Jesus. Okay, so that was kind of my cop-out. All right, well, I love you through Christ. But in writing this today, in listening to that podcast the other day, where it says, love your enemies as yourself, that parable basically is saying, love yourself and don't be an enemy with yourself. Stop tearing yourself down. Love yourself. God loved us first, brought us into this universe for a reason. For love, for energy, for abundance, for learning. Why not invite that in? Why be your own enemy? Live in peace. You're going to rest in peace. Because in spirit, you'll work things out. And you'll have a better understanding of things that our human mind doesn't understand. So we need to concentrate right here, right now, in living in peace. This world, right? Hold on. The world around us right now is so out of kilter. And it starts with one at a time to find peace. So every night, I pray for peace to come within this world, right? I want peace in this world. Is it a doable task for there to be peace within the world? Maybe not. But I can put that out into the universe and I can fight for that. And I can allow myself to visualize a peaceful world. But it all begins with us. You can choose peace, or you can choose fear and drama. When you're dead, you're going to rest in peace after you work through whatever you had to work through. But here on this earth, why not find peace? Why not cultivate a loving, peaceful energy within yourself? Believe that you are enough. Invite love in, invite abundance in, and get rid of all the other stuff. Instead of thinking that you're not good enough, you're not smart enough, you can't do these things because of things that you were told. I can do this. Why am I listening to that? Why am I stuck in the past? It's working through it. It's finding a peaceful... I don't know what song that is. It's finding a peaceful, easy feeling. That's what I just heard. That's funny. So allowing that, but inviting it in. Inviting growth within yourself. And we're good to grow as long as while we're growing, we're not cutting off important parts of ourselves. You know? Who made you feel less than who you are? Who made you feel stupid? Who made you feel like you couldn't do something? Who made you feel that way? You know? Are you living for yourself or are you living for them? I no longer fight for validation from a family member that was, that's in my life. That should be very important in my life and is very important. But I no longer need his validation. Okay? I'm no longer living in the past of what my ex-husband put my mind through. Every once in a while I get flashbacks and it comes through. But I no longer live through that because I have learned so much within myself. But it is loving myself so that I can love others. It was the Eagles, Peaceful, Easy Feeling. Thank you, Wendy. I heard it all of a sudden. So love your enemy as you love yourself. Don't make yourself the enemy. Invite peace. Invite understanding. Invite growth in a good way. knowledge is power, you know? The more knowledge you have about different things, the better you feel about yourself. But if you use that power to demean somebody else, you know, we need to raise other people up. So that is my Tuesday Talks at 10:30 for today. It is, of course, Tuesday at 10:30. So I hope you have a great and wonderful day. It's rainy and kind of icky outside, so I'm feeling like I'm just going to kind of curl up with a good book. And that, Derek Rydell that I was talking about, he has a couple books out, but the one that I'm currently reading, it's called Emergence. And it's the one that I took a picture of New Year's Eve. We went out to dinner with friends and we came back and my dog Rebel chewed the back part of off of it. But it is learning what your triggers are so that you can grow from that and release that and emerge. And it's really an amazing book. So I would highly recommend that. All right, guys, this is Tuesday Talks at 10:30. A lot of different events that are coming up that will be posted on Facebook and on my website very soon. But I'll be in Bel Air Monday and Tuesday. I'll be back in Bel Air February 26th and 27th, March 18th and 19th. I'm doing a gallery in Gettysburg, March 13th. That's already up on Facebook. Here at Hip Gypsy, we're doing a gallery February 22nd, an intimate group reading on March 21st, and a gallery April 18th. If you're interested in being part of the newsletter, drop your email address or private message your email address to me so we can get that out. You know what? You should probably private message it to me or email it to me and say you want to be a part of it. And maybe what I'll do is I'll put the link up there. I don't want anybody else capturing your email address. We've had some poachers on the site, some scammers trying to get a hold of people in different ways. So, and I want to protect your privacy. I've actually been thinking about making this group and this page private for a little while. So, October 16th through the 19th, that'll be our retreat in Tennessee. I'll have more information on that. But I hope you all have a great and wonderful day today. I pray that you live the life you love and love the life you live. If not, you're the only one that can change it. Get out there, find peace within yourself, and it will grow. All right, guys, I will talk to you next Tuesday at 10:30. Peace out. I love you, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.